Well, the Worcester Festival is centred around the centre of the village, and it's been going on for 29 years. I've been here because most of my life, and of course me having a collection of tractors and engines. We started off having one of the big fields with nothing going on but steam engines and tractors and things. Why do I collect? Well, I've been in agriculture all my life, and some people say, well, when you retire from a thing, you're glad to see the back of it all. But there's something about it when you worked with them all your life. And we suddenly thought, well, I don't know, if you don't look after them, they'll be gone, and youngsters won't know what it's all about. Marshall Manthorpe, he's a great friend of mine. I've known him 25 odd years now. We've both got the same interest in preserving these old things, and we've been great friends ever since. These old engineers, they were so clever. One big lever for brake, one big for gear stick. No dashboards and buttons and red lights, it's all basic. And I think that's what fascinates people. So. I was asked last year, would I like to go and visit an engine house on Halvergut Marshes. And we arranged to go down the following Sunday, and we went down across the marshes. Well, Halvergut Marshes, it's a very eerie feeling then, because you go off onto the marsh, very narrow road, and I should imagine in very bad weather it's very dangerous. But during the winter time it's a very lonely place, and you don't want to really go alone. If the marshes weren't pumped and kept, they would flood and the cattle on them would drown. We finally got to the pump house, but we first had to break into the place to get in because it was rusted away, the lock was. We got inside and saw these engines, and they looked a very derelict sight.
That's it. Screw it.
But after looking around for about a quarter of an hour, Marshall and I, we oiled up, freed off this and adjusted bits and pieces. And Marshall said to me,
OK, Joe, turn her on.
But that's a great feeling, really, to know what those old engines used to do. And the working life, I think they were about from the 1930s, I think they were. And to see them running again was just a job. There's something about those engines. They got a tune of their own, and they go for week in and week out. It's a lovely sight to see, really. I mean, there's a lot of power, but they're certainly the most reliable thing you'd ever want. But if you like doing something, well, you do it. I mean, it's the love of it, don't you? Just the love of it, really. That's as simple as that. But we're proud we do it for nothing. You get more like that, somehow. I've noticed that.